You must remain neutral. Allow your people to express themselves, give their ideas, give their minds, bring out their minds, appreciate them. So avoid individual decision making. Use team, use advisors. When I say individual, I don't mean personal. Individual is when you're making a decision for people alone. For other people alone. That's an individual decision. And then you want to push it down people's throats. It cannot work. I can tell you, by all means, it will backfire. Issues of values are very difficult to teach. I mean, you can't force it into somebody. If it's not there, it's not there, unfortunately, because it begins somewhere. So you have got to be keen on that so that you do not place a hyena to watch over sheep. Usiseme ilikuwa ya ule nani aliongea vitu zake sasa utafanya nini? You know, then why are you in that team? Surely, why are you in that team? We must know that when you are in a team, people are different. We may disagree, agree, you may like me, you don't like me, but when it comes to pulling the team into a certain destination, when a decision is made, if you do not all pull in that direction, then you are going nowhere. Decision making at leadership level, looking at the principles. I will not be able to exhaust this topic here, it's large, but I will summarize it just for the purpose of our discussions here. That making decisions at this level, most of the times you realize you will be helping people to make decisions. You'll be helping the people that you lead to come to a common decisions. And sometimes you may think you are the one to make decisions for them. Not really. Sometimes, yes, some bit of direction that you must give by force, but many times it's actually a place where you help people to make decisions. So you must understand, therefore, the vision of the team. So you sit between the team and their vision. You are the bridge. Take them to where they are seeing. Lead them there. And so you must therefore, that's why I'm saying you must know the vision of the team that you lead, whether your family, from the smallest team to the largest team that you can imagine. The principles are the same, by the way. It's only that maybe the capacity, the weight might be different, but the principles are the same. You must have a proper communication system and never suppress those of contrary opinions. If you are a leader, you want to help your team in making accurate and good, useful decisions. You want to participate in driving people to the right place when it comes to decision making. Then you must have proper channels of communication, feedback to and fro, so that we do not have members of your team or your group who do not have places to express themselves. They're seeing something going wrong there, but there's nowhere to pass. It is your responsibility at this stage as a leader to create channels through which people can communicate, give their ideas, give whatever they are not satisfied with. To contribute, kuchangia decision making. Because it is about them. It is about them. The other thing is that you must discuss and face brutal facts with the people that you lead. You have to face brutal facts. You have to be factual and truthful. Not trying to please people. Transparency and honesty. Genuineness. Bring your whole self to work. Bring yourself to work. Let me look at Psalms 78 verse 72, and it says, "And David shepherded them with integrity of heart, with skillful hands he led them." Integrity of the heart, integrity in your spirit and your mind. You must be honest and bring your whole self to work. That's how you will help your team make good decisions in relation to the problems that you're facing as a team, or any problem that's confronting you at whatever level of the society. You must also remain neutral, and as I said, it's not about you. Remain neutral until all the opinions are expressed. You cannot come as a leader and begin to put your position forward and say, now guys, you can give your ideas. Ha! It's intimidating already, and the ground has already shifted. I mean, really, I can tell you, unless you are in this, what I was talking, you want to block people out. Yeah, then that becomes it. But that's not being honest. That is not being a person of integrity. You must remain neutral. Allow your people to express themselves, give their ideas, give their minds, bring out their minds, appreciate them. Until all the ideas have been expressed, then you can now close, with a direction. Of course, considering all that which has been raised from your team. So avoid individual decision making. Use team, use advisors. When I say individual, I don't mean personal. Individual is when you're making a decision for people alone. For other people alone. That's an individual decision. And then you want to push it down people's throats. It cannot work. I can tell you, by all means, it will backfire. It may not backfire immediately, but it becomes a matter of time. It just backfires very badly. It really leads to a breakdown, whether the team that you lead, whether it's a family, whether it's your church, a corporate organization, a nation. If you go like this, there will be a breakdown. It's good for us to tell ourselves the truth, because it sets us free. So use people to make decisions. You can have teams, many teams. It could be one team. You can have different, in the hierarchies that you have. Make sure every hierarchy is taken care of in terms of giving their opinions towards decision making. And it's a question of commitment. Sometimes we know this, but we are not committed because our decision making at personal level is not okay. I will keep repeating here that if you cannot make proper decisions at your personal level, if your culture of commitment is wanting at personal level, there is no way you will be a good leader for a team. It is not possible. It cannot happen. That's the reality. Now, the other thing is that at this level, I know sometimes as leaders, you may have, it's overwhelming. Yeah? And so for you to be able to make decisions that are accurate and within time, one of the other principles is that you must empower your people. Distribute responsibility. Everyone has a brain. You are leading a group of 50 people, 1,000 people, millions of people. Why do you want to bust your small head? And yet there are all these millions of people and they have brains. You only need to put structures to bring all that, what do I call it? That mental harvest. I can call it mental harvest, the brain harvest, to a certain place that you can use as a team. Manage that knowledge. So distribute responsibility. Have structures and ways through which you can bring that knowledge into one place. So, because you may have good intentions. There are leaders who are not dictators and they fail. Yeah? They failed, they had good intentions, but it was just overwhelming. And when it becomes overwhelming, you become incompetent. We say you are incompetent because you are not taking us anywhere. Yeah? Yes, so you've got to empower your people so that you do not wear yourself out. We will hear this in Exodus 18, verse 12 to 24. Moses, by the way, had a father-in-law called Jethro. I don't know how much you read your Bible. And so Moses, as the leader of the Israelites, there was a time when he was having a lot of things. He was handling everything alone. And the father-in-law wondered, exactly what are you doing? Why do you sit here the whole day with all these people? What's going on? And Moses said, these people, they bring their disputes to me, and I have to communicate to them the position of God concerning their various issues, And the father-in-law, Jethro, said, no, I think you're doing the wrong thing. What you're doing is not good. You will wear yourself out, and you will wear them out as well. Have you been in a place where you wait until you're like, I give up, wacha nirudi na shida zangu? So you cause some bottleneck areas if you do not empower people and distribute responsibility. So this was the advice of Jethro to Moses. He told him to select capable men from all the people who fear God, trustworthy, who hate dishonest gain, and appoint them as officials over thousands, hundreds, 50s. That was an advice, which I think we are still using even up till this day if you want to be an effective leader. That you've got to distribute responsibility. And as you distribute this responsibility of decision making, make sure that the values are still kept. Like in the case of Moses, the advice from his father-in-law is that look for people who are God-fearing, people who are honest, people who are not greedy. They don't want dishonest gain, So as you distribute your the decision-making responsibility to your people, as you appoint so and so to be in charge here and there, consider the values of your organization, of your team, of your nation. Consider it has got to be an aspect of character. This one, we issues of values are very difficult to teach. You can't force it into somebody. If it's not there, it's not there, unfortunately, because it begins somewhere. So you have got to be keen on that, so that you do not place a hyena to watch over sheep.